And that's why I started training myself to box. I was like, I'm gonna fuck these dudes up. And you know, and coach had been telling me, he's like, well, if you want to box, you just bring those box gloves to school. You know, I was like, all right, cool. I remember we had a doubleheader baseball game, but I'll never forget it. And we're headed out, and I carried my both sets of boxing gloves in a Nike bag, like an old zip up Nike bags. Yeah. And I remember coming, I was like, all right, I made my mind up. I was like, today's the day. I'm gonna take these gloves, and whatever happens, happens, you know. And I get on the bus, I'll never forget it, and I throw that bag to the back of the box, because I knew as soon as they seen that, you know, the gloves or whatever it was on, you know what I mean. So I just threw it kind of to the back of the bus. And I turned my ass around and sat right behind Coach, man. That, you know, Coach sits that front seat, and I sat my ass right behind him, so he can hear everything, because he kind of knew what I was doing, you know, as far as like
that's good.
Been training myself, you know. And I threw him back there, and almost immediately, all these guys, hey, I got him first, you know, Terry's got him first, and you know, they're numbering themselves off, like who's gonna go with me, like who's gonna fight me first, kind of thing.
Hi, welcome to Palmer Power Motorsports with episode 4,636,524,000. I've got Brian Foster, the tough man, undefeated, intercontinental, most violent UFC fighter.
I was aiming for that title at the very beginning.
I bet you was, you son of a gun. Now let's go back to what we were talking about. The Salsaw. I thought you were from Salsaw.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was born in Fort Smith. I moved to Salsaw State, I started in Muldrow actually, and then, you know, for 15, 20 years was in Salsaw.
So you went to high school down here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then Muldrow. I mean, it was back and forth really, because my grandparents were in Muldrow. My mom was in Salsaw, you know, so I'd stay with my mom, and then she pissed me off, and I go to my grandma's. So like I was back and forth.
Well, you keep bringing up Muldrow, and I thought, well, everybody keeps saying in Salsaw, he's from Salsaw.
No, I'm from Salsaw, man. I'm from Sequoia County, man. You know what I mean?
Sequoia County. That's a better way to put it.
It kind of is. You know what I mean? I was never that kid, really, when I was coming up, to really fall in line with that regional shit. Like, rolling in Muldrow, go to war this weekend for the fucking battle of the... I'm going to see this guy this weekend. Like, we're going to hang out. I don't give two shits. He's not my enemy. Like, I never really understood it. Like, the concept of I wasn't a team player.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I was always the new kid. So I never really got to join the guys that we always grew up together. So
that was me.
I was a Sequoia County kid. Like, I always thought outside the box, man. I didn't think town to town. I always thought, like, I'm getting the fuck out of this town.
So did you bounce from? See, I went to 15 different schools. Did you?
Yeah, I mean, I went to those.
I went
two back
everywhere.
and forth, multiple Salsaw.
Yeah, I even.
Mom moved. I went to Southpaw too.
Did you?
Yeah. My mom. We went up there. I think we spent like a year and a half up there, 2 years up there.
Yeah, I never called a place home neither. So it was kind of. I bounced around so much. I was a new kid too.
Yeah.
So it was more of a. I wouldn't say I was a loner, but I sure as hell wasn't no follower. You know, I didn't chase after everybody.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Because I was the new kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's like my mindset was always like, well, don't settle because you're fixing to leave.
And I don't know if you thought like this. And me personally, I wasn't, you know, you obviously fight and all that stuff. But my deal was, by the time I got to high school, the way I resolved the new kid thing when people started messing with you was slap the shit out of the first guy. He knows that. I mean, just.
I mean, that's.
And my brother Jared's the same
prison
way.
rules. Take out the biggest guy. You know?
Well, it's kind of more. Instead of earning respect, you take it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like.
I'd always wait for them to come to me. They always come to you. You know what I mean? As long as you keep your hands in your pocket, you just shoulders down, and you just keep your eyes forward, man. They'll find their way to you. Oh, new guy, what's up? They give you that shoulder shrug.
Yeah.
All right, homie, let's talk for a minute. Let's come over here for a minute. You know?
Yeah.
I took my ass whoopings. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I took my wedgies and my swirlies and my I've been there, man. I was bullied. You know, I was a little fella. So
yeah.
You know.
Well,
But
I
then,
was.
I mean, now I
How
fight. So
how big were you when you got out of high school?
125 pounds, dog, all the way up to my junior year.
Do you know,
125 pounds. One more time.
I was 135 in senior,
Oh God,
and I was.
you had it bad.
Hey, I was 5'9", 5'10". No one mess with because I
had
learned
it
real
bad,
quick.
dude.
You just that's what you do right out the gate. Smack.
Nah, I was only doing it about my sophomore year because it was in between my sophomore and my junior year.
So you put on some weight.
Yeah, I actually had a growth spurt where I was like 155, like right when my junior and senior
Man,
year.
I would have killed
And
55.
That's when I started boxing. That's when I like from my sophomore summer to my junior year.
And where in the hell did you box
That's
at
when I
around
started
here?
boxing. I just started watching videos and training myself.
Did you?
Yeah, and I got really fucking good.
Did you?
Really good. Like I bought my whole Christmas one time was just nothing but boxing stuff.
So you had a
I
natural.
got my ass whooped, and I was just like, that'll never happen again.
So you had a natural knack at it. Kind of
Yeah.
picked it up real quick.
I mean, I knew I was mad as everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I knew that, like, you know, I don't know. I knew I was in a situation growing up that I was in no control over. You know what I mean? And I knew that I was just a really angry kid, and you know, I knew that after a certain point in time, I don't want to be fucked with like that no more.
Yep.
I'm not going to be humiliated. I'm not going to be,
Yep.
you know, I'm going to be able to handle myself and take care of myself. And you know what I mean?
That's funny. It's the same shit I thought.
Yeah.
I thought I ain't gonna let nobody, and yeah, I don't even know why I thought I guess I was so small.
Mm-hmm.
I was tall, but I was wasn't that tall, 5'9", 5'10", but 135 pounds. But you know, whenever we talk to people that have known me in high school and stuff, they tell everybody, they're like, "Oh yeah, Dave was tough. He was." No, I wasn't that I was scared. I just didn't want to mess with it. I didn't want to really fight with them. Didn't want to, and I knew the fastest way to do something was, you know,
Problem arose, knock it out.
That's it.
That's it.
And Jared done the same thing.
That's it.
He was Jared wasn't much bigger than me, man. And I remember him starting fights out on the playground. Oh, look at him shaking his head. He knows how. Well, you know, Jared. And well, I mean, and now we're bigger, you know. But back then we were so little, and I remember them coming and get me and say, "Hey, your brother's out outside the gym and getting his ass whooped," you know. And I'd go out there, and the guy'd have him on top of his head, throwing him through shit, everything else. I'd have to try to save him. So
Big brother to the rescue.
well, normally I was a little dirty about it. I went up there. I remember this one old boy. I hit him in the ear, and you know I was behind him. I hit him in the ear as hard as I could, and he dropped to one knee. Big old football player. And I looked over at Jared, and I said, "Now you can get him." Jared turned around, and I mean wore his head out. It's good shit.
Yeah,
So
my brother, man, he was a shit talker, man. He's the one that always got me to the fights. You know?
See, my little
never
brother.
anything that got me. I never did anything to really bring it on
Yeah.
myself. I was a quiet kid.
Same.
I was an introvert, man. So
see,
I really like kept to myself. Like, but my brother and I loved my family. Do you know what I mean? My brother was always in the same situation as me. My brothers and my sister, always in the same situation. So I was a real big like protector over those guys.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So even though I was an introvert, like you're not gonna fuck with me and my family.
well, were you like that? Like I was the same way. I kept to myself. I always normally dated pretty good looking girls for some reason. I don't know why they chased after me. I guess because I was a loner.
You had your head on straight. Pretty much, you know what I mean?
drove
Like
a
you
fast-
were.
Yeah,
weren't
I'd
trying to fit in with everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
No,
You're
I'd
one
tell
of-
somebody to go fuck
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah,
You know, I would.
Exactly. They call that an outlaw, a rebel. You know what I mean? But the bad boy.
The bad boy, but I
Yeah.
didn't see it like that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't either until I like look back and I'm like, fuck, I did have the TA and the black jacket and the fucking leathers that you fucking
But
me, dude, I'd beat your ass. Like, I did not know that then.
But, you know, yeah, but thinking back now, like, I think back the way I was thinking when I told somebody I was going to slap the fuck out of them, I like meant it with every bit of my fucking being.
Oh yeah.
Like I thought, I'm on a terrorist.
Like I'm passionate about whooping your ass. I'm legitimately gonna make you remember this for the rest of your life.
Dude,
you're
I
gonna
thought
look
the
in
same
you're gonna look
shit.
in the mirror tomorrow morning and you're gonna remember my name. You're gonna be like, fuck that Brian Foster guy. Holy shit, what was I thinking?
And even though I was small and skinny like that, they
Oh, that was it. They're like, man, this dude scratched the shit out of me. He bit the fuck. I'm like, yeah, you touch me, I'll bite.
Hey,
like, man, that's today. That still holds true today. Like, you mess with me in the streets, I'm gonna bite the shit out of you, dude.
do you know that I bit?
I mean, I
guy's-
honestly don't want to bite, but I mean,
Well, no.
I mean, a position, big boys wrap you up, man. They
Yeah.
want to grab their hands on you. You know what I mean? And-
Yeah, you can't get away.
right.
Fuck
So
you
I'll
up.
bite
I had
the
a
shit out
guy.
of you.
I had a guy squeeze me so hard one time that, I mean, my back started popping and shit. And, man,
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
know what the fuck to do. And I took a chunk out of his ass. Only guy I ever bit, I bit him in the ass.
Oh, I've been squeezed by people one time where he was squeezing me and my elbows were popping in on my ribs, man. And I did that same shit. I bit him on the shoulder.
I bet you've had this happen. I had an old boy that he couldn't whoop me one night. And I was only about 19, 20 years old. And he was squeezing so hard that it dislocated my fucking neck. And I went out. I felt a pop and I just went black. Squeezing my fucking neck so hard. Bad shit.
Like,
and normally
that's like
I don't.
movie stuff. That's what happens in the movies.
Fuck, man.
You're like, damn, it's movies. That don't happen in real life. So it happens to you.
Yeah, it happened to me. Yeah. And do
It's
you
the
remember?
truth.
Do you
It's the
remember
truth.
those old liquidator bats that had the liquid in them? I beat the goddamn fucking brakes off of him with that thing till I broke it, son of a bitch.
A liquidator bat.
Yeah, you would swing it and it had liquid in it, and it would get heavier on the end. So it
Yeah.
yeah, this is good shit. I went out there and wore his ass out with it. Oh shit, that was back in the old days, man. And you do this shit for a living.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't been in a street altercation since I was a kid, though.
Well, you're not really okay. I kind of did.
So it's
know
kind of back in
this.
the day for both of us.
Okay, well, like my grandpa, he fought professionally. I think you knew
Yeah,
that. You know, and he got in trouble for that. Really bad trouble.
Fighting outside of the guidelines.
He fucking hurt somebody really bad. I'm not going to go into it.
They'll make an example out of you. Like, they legitimately look to make an example out of you.
They
They used to have to, oh, you're registered. You're they make a big deal about it.
Well, that's what I was saying. Are you allowed to? I mean, I don't.
I'm like anybody else, man. It's like, I can defend myself. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I
But you
words
get
are
worse
sticks
trouble.
and stones. Do you know what I mean? Sticks and stones. Don't throw a rock in my direction, and I won't throw them back at you. Like, that's the only way I can throw rocks. So
Though. Oh, I hear you. I just thought you guys.
I'll let you swing. I'll let you swing. You better pray to God you hit me too, boy. I got really good peripheral vision.
wear your ass out.
Yeah, that's it. I got that little spidey sense that says that
Well, my God, I mean,
fucker's about to smack me in the back of the head.
I can't even imagine at your age fighting your whole life. Yeah, well, let's step back. Obviously, you had altercations like I did when we were in high school, stuff like that, and getting out of high school. When did you get into UFC? How did that all go down? Like how I don't even
got
know
involved
this.
in MMA.
Yeah, how did you get? Did
So,
somebody come to you?
No.
or-
Well, I mean, that was the thing. Like, so I started to train myself to box in between my sophomore and my junior year,
Okay.
or something like that. And I don't know, man. I just started boxing, like these little backyard boxing, boxing on my friends and boxing all these wannabe Billy Badass dudes. And
So you mean like
I'm building my way up, like kind of just like I'm testing myself. Like, this is good. I can do this. You know what I mean? Wanting to be one of those greats, finding out how they did it.
Yeah.
And me and my brother, like I said, we were really tight. And he would, like, all of his friends from school would, like, come watch me train, like, after school. It was like their thing, dude. Like, they would come. They were big potheads back in the day, so they'd smoke weed and they'd sit there in my room. And like I said, I had all my boxing shit in my room, so they would just sit there and do their thing, and then I'd be over here fucking just got my music going, and I'm just beating the shit out of these bags, like trying to teach myself how to do this stuff. And then it just carried over from there, man. Like I got this tattoo, man, this boxing bulldog on my shoulder, and I sparred, like, I don't know, I want to say like 12 or 13 of the Muldrow baseball players. And they always, like, the upperclassmen picked on me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, in 2-3 years there. So
holy shit.
right. I'm talking like every other weekend, dude. We'd be meeting in places, and I'd be boxing these guys, or they'd be coming to my house, and I'd be boxing these. It's just crazy.
That is crazy.
And I mean, I couldn't tell you how many of those matches I had, man. You know what I mean?
No, I mean,
and there's no time frame on them, like to the fucking first guy falls down. And it just stemmed off that, man. Like, I wrestled a little bit for Sallisaw. Started wrestling. So I had that, and then I started boxing when I went to Muldrow, and then
Do you think people are naturally good at stuff like that?
no.
No, I mean like wrestling. Okay, let me put this in perspective. We had a guy that won state wrestling, and I remember me and my brother would get out there and we'd fuck around with him a little bit, and we'd put him down quick. He couldn't get away from us. I don't know if it was from fighting each other all the time or our buddies or what the hell, but he would constantly say, "You boys need to be on the wrestling team."
naturally you can be some tough, rough motherfuckers.
Or do you
know what I mean? Like I had brothers too. I was like, we're a rugged little bunch.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe we were just rough.
But like, I mean, a lot of people that did wrestle, you got to think about what their parents and the perspective that they had. You know, why they're putting them in there. Do you know what I mean? Like very few guys like, oh, I'm a bad motherfucker, I'm going to go join wrestling. Like it was because, oh, you're a little fella and I don't want you to get beat up, so I'm going to put your little ass in wrestling.
I can't
Those are the littlest shit talking motherfuckers on the planet.
But I can't believe.
You know, I swear to God, some little wrestlers, I hate those little dudes, man. Yeah. They got that big man complex, and like they're tough as shit, but they're the cockiest, meanest little dudes in the world, man. And that's kind of why I'm a little different. I mean, I'm a little dude, but I'm not, you know. But like that, I get stemmed off that, man. Like, and then after school, you know, I didn't have boxing or anything like that. You know, I went to work, hit the work world pretty hard, and 2 years after high school, my brother passed away in that whole little, you know, tragic event. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Right. Well, so when he died, and it was just right here, man. He died right there on, you know, the Corey and Engineer owns it right there on Kerr. Right. You know that overlook?
Yeah.
Right there past Kerr Bridge. Yeah, he fell off that. And we were hiking that one day, man, and he fell, and like, so it changed everything. Now him passing away, like I said, man, he was big fans of me. Him and his friends growing up watching me box and stuff. And he always told me to do it. He always like, man, you should do this.
Yeah, because I can't. I was playing pool and racing cars and chasing girls. I never knew a group of guys that they were fighting every weekend. You know, that's different, man.
That's young. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was young, and I'm not talking about like I wasn't a part of like a group of guys in school that would do this. It was just like there's tough guys from this school two deals over, and they're like, oh, I heard about you. No, you and we.
No shit.
You know, yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, we didn't.
And then I mean, yeah, it's crazy, dude. And so when my brother passed away, man, it was like one of them deals. Like he always believed in me. He's like, dude, you can do this. You just, you know, I was just scared, man. I was an introvert, like I said. So I was always a critic, like I was scared of the critics. You know what I mean? And what people thought. Like I went to a tough man contest one time when I was real young, I remember, and they laughed at the competitors where they were like, you know, oh, he's about to go down. Come on, everybody. You know, and then they're making fun of these dudes and they're talking during the match. And it's like, what the fuck? I don't want people laughing at me and giggling while I'm trying to do, you know what I mean? Like this actually means something. But it ruined me. It ruined me. Like I couldn't do it no more. Like I couldn't. The dream kind of died there for a minute because like I didn't want to go in front of people and be laughed at or the sense of embarrassment or being subjugated in front of people. They're humiliated, you know?
Gotcha.
And well, when he died, dude, it was like, here we go. Like I remember telling everybody at his funeral, I was like, just watch. Well, because I don't give where I used to care. Yeah. I legitimately do not. Like my sense of problem with authority went tenfold, and like I became bad. I became really bad at the beginning, and a couple of my friends seen it, man. A couple of my friends that I was real close with, you know, Jeremiah Caves and you know, Lyle Smith, you know, all these guys that knew me and my brother and how close we were and everything that I just a couple random bunches of young punks, man. And
I know where he's coming from.
They go, dude, you got to come check this out. And I'm like, what do you, nah, whatever, man. I don't want to I'm not going to get in trouble with y'all, man. And what happened here, so I started running after my brother died. Like it hurt, the emotional pain, you know? So I felt like if I can cause an extreme amount of physical pain on my body, I figured it out. Like it canceled out that emotional pain. Like my mind would be so wrapped around physical pain that emotionally I was cast out. Like that's how I brought myself back.
That's how I dealt with it too. I ran after something that happened to me.
That's exactly it. You run. And
I ran till I had shin splints.
Oh, it was so horrible, dude. It was bad.
And I tell you what,
I swear to God,
I lost 30, 40 pounds, got down to 160, 170, and I didn't give a shit.
I'd be playing basketball with these guys and just running back and forth, you know? And I suck at basketball, mind you. I'm not a basketball player, but I'd be running back and forth, and they're just like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm just here for a workout, guys. I'm not here to play. I just want to be on your team. You want to pass the ball to me, it's on you, but I'm just here for a workout. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. And my friends seen that, and they were like, man, we know what you're doing.
I don't know if you do that. I played ball 9 years. 9 years. Yeah, I even played college ball.
Dude, I walked in to try to play basketball. The wrestling coach walked in and was like, son, you do not belong in here. Like, he grabbed me by the arm and was like, get the fuck over here. Took me to the wrestling room, and the rest was history.
Well, anyways, back to, so the stuff happened to your brother.
Yeah, and then so after that happened, man, like I just, Jeremiah and Lyle took me in. They were training MMA at the Sallisaw Wrestling Room.
What happened was you were doing a lot of bad shit, and then they were trying to.
So he died, and I just started I was lost. I was lost.
Well, I done the same.
3 or 4 weeks there, you know.
I did the same shit.
But I started running. You know,
Yep.
I'm gonna do something. You know, I told him that at his funeral that I'm gonna do something about my life. You know, it won't be the last time you hear about him. And I went into training or not went into training, but I started running. And then my friends seen that and they were like, hey man, come try this out. You know, I was looking for a boxing gym actually. And my friends were like, hey, come try this out. And I was like, man, I don't want to get in trouble with y'all guys because I thought they were going to get in trouble. So it took them a couple times to convince me to come over there to the Sallisaw Wrestling Room, Coach Hume and them, you know. And so I finally, after a couple, 3 or 4 times of them asking me, I take them up on it. You know, I go over there and, you know, and I've wrestled in that wrestling room hell since I was a kid. And they opened that door and I'm like, first thought was like, you motherfuckers are going to get in trouble. Like, y'all are going to jail. Does Coach Hume know y'all's doing this shit? You know what I mean? Y'all's in trouble.
Well, hang on. Now, when you say in trouble, you said you were going to wrestling. Were y'all fighting in there?
They were getting it, dude. These dudes were training to fucking kill each other.
Okay,
man.
so
Like,
they were in there whooping ass at the school. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, well, that's the thing. Like, because back then, that was like UFC wasn't.
Well,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It was illegal, like the underground, like, you know,
That's-
unsanctioned fights and shit like that. No holds bar, you know. So
Well,
I was like,
it's-
this coach, this on school property.
Yeah.
You're gonna get in fucking trouble. The cops will be here in a minute, man. Y'all gonna get in trouble. And then Rocky Demir walks up to him. He's like, dude, I'm real close friends with Coach Hume. He's like, this is totally legal. Like, there's no reason what this. And then they pull up there's flip phones, mind you. There's a flip phone. He popped up a little flip phone, and I seen a video of Jeremiah fighting on. You know what I mean? Where it was like, holy shit, this is legit. I can do this. You know what I mean?
Yep.
The rest is history. So I started training MMA that day. Carried on like training. Like I had my fight, my very first and second pro fight, a month and 14
Well,
days.
how did you get in contact with somebody to do pro?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I didn't even know there was a fucking amateur or pro. I didn't know the difference between the two. Like, at all. I figured everything I'd already done was amateur enough. You know what I mean? So I'm ready to go pro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's good shit.
So one of the guys I was training with, Jeremiah Cavesden, had his first pro fight. And he knocked Newt out. So there was no really even question. I knew I could fight. You know, I'd been fighting for a while. So I just didn't see amateur. And like, this is guys that don't know how to fight, trying to fight. I already know how to fight. So give me a pro fight. I'm going to make some money at this shit. I'm gonna change my life. Like, that's what. So a month and 14 days later, Kevin Adams gets me a fight in Masters of the Cage, Oklahoma City, and I'm scheduled to fight Derek Harris, and I go in, and it's at 170 pounds, and I go in and I knock him out in like 43 seconds. Like, I was just a big ball of energy, man, just rambunctious dude that was just mean and mad at the world. And I hit this dude with the world, bro. Like, everything I hit him with.
Were you a nervous wreck, or did you go in with
I'm
gonna
gonna
kill
show
him?
you the video, dude. Good Lord, I couldn't sit still to save my life. You see my hands pretty much through the TV just shaking. You know what I'm saying? And I hit this dude with legitimately everything, every bit of the power I had, from the first punch to the 7th or 8th one landed.
Were you making like a lot of mistakes, you think?
No.
Or were you just
I
blasted?
was flawless. Yeah, like, dude, I was so like, I mean, I was not technical. I was just mean, you know, violent.
Yeah.
And like, I hit him with everything, dude. If the referee wouldn't have been there, I'd have killed that guy. I would have literally killed. Like, there was no stop. I was just a big ball of emotion, man. All that shit finally came out of me. It was like I was giving it to him. Like, take it all, man. Like, I was unloading on this guy. You know what I mean? All my emotion, all that physical pain of my brother, and that psychological fuck up, you know, that backlash, that backup, you know. And
you know, when I first
they come back, bro. Listen, they come back. I beat the shit out of this dude, knock him out. I'm downstairs, legitimately. They're about to hand me a beer, or my cousin just hands me a beer, actually. And the fucking promoter slaps it on my hand. He's like, "You're fighting." And I was like, "Dude, I just fought. Did you not watch that shit?" And he was like, "No, you're fighting again." And I was like, "You better pay me. What you talking about fighting again?" You know, there was not in a contract. And anyway, so it turns out that they had, because I'd beat that dude, that they had moved me up to the tournament series. So my very first entrance into the MMA was a fucking tournament.
So how much did you make on that first fight?
I walked out at $3,400. Like, guys that go pro, they walk out there with $300.
No shit.
Like $300, $600, they win maybe. You know what I mean? And that's their very first pro. They got amateur fights and shit like that, but their pro fights, it's usually like $300 to fight, $300 to win. So if you win, you get $600, which is what I got for my first fight. But they renegotiated for like $1,000 and $1,000 or more for the second fight if I won it, because it was a tournament series. And then I went in and I lost that dude. So I lost to him in the third round to a rear naked choke. I didn't know what fucking jiu-jitsu was. I was a boxer. a wrestler, you know what I mean? And he rear naked choked me in the 3rd round. So I told the promoter, dude, I was fucked up about it too, because I was on cloud 9 from the win, and I just got fucked up because I lost. So I was hung in the balance of gray, like I can do this, but can I do this? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I told the promoter, as soon as I walked up to him to get my check, I said, I did you a favor, huh? He was like, man, you did. You saved us. I appreciate that. Stepping up. I said, you gonna do me one now? I said, you do me one, man. And I said, I'll fight you the rest of my career. I don't give a fuck. And he's like, what's that? I said, I want to rematch that dude. I want to fight him again. Like, whenever he's available or if he'll take it or whatever. He said, what about 30 days? Bet. Sign me up. And I whooped his ass the same way he whooped me 30 days later. You know what I'm saying? I found out what a rear naked choke was, and I gave it right back to him 30 days later. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. And then, like, so the rest was history, man. Like, it just, from that moment on, I found the way, and I out-trained everybody at that wrestling room. Everybody before it was over quit. So I had to eventually, I had to travel off. I had to, little Oklahoma boy that never been on a plane before, never been outside of Oklahoma.
Well, how deep were you in 7 or 8 years ago? That's when I met you. Because
shit, I've been heavy into it for the last probably 13, 14 years.
Because
hell, as soon as I had my first fight, bro, it was gung ho. There was no turning around.
Hey, Joe, when I met him, he never brought up any kind of fighting, nothing. He was up here working with Jared. I didn't know nothing. He said, I got to go fight in Mexico or something.
Yeah.
And I said, well, what do you mean fight? What kind of fight? And he said, well, that
international world tournament.
Yeah, that MMA stuff. And I said, oh, you're playing with that, huh? He goes, yeah. And I didn't think. And then he's out there, and he hands me 2 Topps cards.
Oh yeah.
And when you handed those Topps cards to me, I knew he was pro. I was like, what the? I was floored.
Those are my UFC top cards.
He was super modest about it. It floored me because I was like, my God, why didn't you say anything? I won that tournament. You were serious.
No, that was the International World Tournament. When I was working up here, I left for that. The International World Tournament. Yeah.
Wasn't that the guy that didn't they tell you to kind of take it easy or whatever?
In the finals. So the International World Tournament's in Mexico.
But didn't he piss you off and you?
He tried to kill me.
You told me. Yeah. You told me you whispered in his ear. Or something. No, you said
because they told me like they said
he was narrating it for me when he got back.
Dude. Like so they tried to maneuver this to where the Mexican was going to win the tournament.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I swear to God, like they were totally like trying to set him up to whoop my ass. And we make it to the finals, man. Like he gets the weakest guy in the tournament. That's the one that's beat up and injured from all the other guys, and he gets him in his semifinal match that makes it to the finals easy. Because the guy that he fought would have whooped his ass had he not been beat up. And so they manipulated him in the finals with me. And they come to me and was like, hey, man, we're going to need you to at least get him to the second round.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got super nervous, man. It made me nervous. I'm like, you motherfuckers trying to set me up, man. I was scared. I was like, for the first time, I don't get like that either. So I was like, man, they're really trying to set me up. They're really trying to get me to lose this. And then I go to my girlfriend. I'm like, hey, what do I do about this? And she was like,
did you think,
where's this guy? She goes, where is he hurt? And I said, she said it was his rib. She said, well, take him down and make sure that motherfucker's hurt. So I come out there and I said, bet. I said, I'm going to pick that motherfucker up and I'm going to bring him right here. And like he threw a right hand, I slipped it, shot him, picked him up, and I dumped his ass right where I told her I would, man. And I went to beating the shit plumb out of him. And then, so as soon as I did, as soon as I slammed him, I put his head, I pinned his arm up by his head. And it just started ripping that body, man. I hit him like probably 20 times, make sure that rib was nice and hurt, and then I let him back up. And then he tried to kick me. He tried to spin and heel kick me in the face. At the very beginning, that's what it was. When I told him. Because he tried to spin and heel kick me to the face, and I was like, you motherfucker. Well, he told me he was going to take it easy, and then I shot in, took him down. I was like, I made sure he was hurt then.
Well, you said right here, I told that motherfucker he was dead meat. He said right here, I was whispering in his ear or something.
I thought you was hurt, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good shit.
I was so pissed off. They made me climb a mountain 3 days, like a mountain in Mexico, like 3 or 4 days before the fight. And then Mexican didn't have to do it. That's how they're, you know what I'm saying? It was like that. Oh, we just want to get some shots of you shadow boxing at the top. No. I said, bet. And I carried the cameraman's equipment up there for him just to show him that I ain't fucking stupid. You think I ain't messed up about a workout, man. It's mental. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, this sucks. Why they got me doing this before a fight? You can take that route, or you can take the route of like I'm about to go on one extreme ass journey, one hell of a workout, And they're looking at me like, this motherfucker really likes this shit. Maybe you just fucked up. You know what I mean? I'm serious, bro. I took the cameraman's shit, put it on my back, and this dude's like, "Oh, we got that, bro." I was like, "No, I got you," because I knew what they were doing, man.
Is it harder the older you're getting?
This? Like, actually, it's hard to believe, but no. It's like I'm having more fun with it now because I've gotten older and I don't drink alcohol no more. You know what I mean? I don't drink. I don't take like rock stars. I had like I was a recreation alcoholic, man. Like, so when I would drink with my friends, I would fucking go into a bliss. Like I would fall out of it, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there was the rock star thing. I had a 15-year rock star habit, a bad one, like 2 or 3 a day.
I know somebody that had a Red Bull. He was obsessed with
and
it.
you don't understand what that's doing to your body. You know what I mean? You really don't. And me as an athlete, I didn't understand what it was doing to my body. I just knew I needed energy, and this is how I was going to get it. I guess.
Well, me with racing, I noticed stuff comes back to me a little bit quicker, the experience and stuff. But I just wondered because I know you're getting a little bit older and stuff like that, and I watch all these other UFC guys wanting to retire, and
because they put me through the hiatus, man. Like I didn't ever really tear up my body a whole lot.
Do you have a favorite guy?
Yeah.
Like in UFC besides yourself?
Right now?
Yeah.
In the UFC? Man.
Like who do you think's okay, let's say in lightweight.
In the lightweights?
Yeah.
I mean, I really like the whole division.
Yeah, I know. There is.
I mean, if I had to peg a face, because I don't give a fuck about you. I give a what kind of style do you have?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm a style guy. Like I like styles. So if I had to, I mean, I can tell you who I like personally, like, you know, like personality wise. Do you know what I'm saying? Dustin Poirier, you know, the dude who's fighting here.
You think he's going to do worth the shit with Khabib?
Anytime that he's ever been, he's one kid that I've watched the entire time rise to every occasion.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So if anybody can, it is him at this point in time. Tony Ferguson too, but
now see me, I'm
Ferguson's one of my favorite to watch technically.
I'm a Tony.
Stylistically, I'm a Ferguson fan.
I'm a Ferguson fan too, just because he seems like he's relentless, and he will change it up so crazy. Yeah. Like he'll try some crazy shit. He'll jump off the fence.
See, that's the thing about it. Like he doesn't really beat people up with what he intends to beat them up. He beats them up on the backside of everything he's doing. Like he'll throw a punch and it's the elbow that gets you.
Yeah,
or it's like he's backing out and it's the elbow that gets you.
What about the backhand and shit? Or crazy shit he does sometimes.
Every person, I mean, legitimately, if you look at Tony Ferguson, dog, every person he's ever fought is fucked up. Fucked up. They're bloody. I'm talking the best guys in the world. He fucks them up. And then, like...
Do you think Khabib's just cock strong?
He wrestled bears when he was a boy.
Well, I know the story.
He was a child.
Do you think it's just, he's just... I hear of him getting him on
the
ground.
He wrestled bears when he was a child, bro. I was scared of fucking bears. That was our story growing up. We were, you know? Come on, man. The bear, you're scared.
Well, and his dad supposedly was a badass too. Hell, I think they said he's scared of
I
his
think
own
that
dad.
It was just, honestly, man, I understand the Russians to a different extent, you know, from dealing with them for so long, that it's just, you're in poverty until you do something with this, man. Like they train these kids from
They're just
the time they can walk.
Yeah.
They're not taking their first steps. They're taking their first shots.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? They learn before they even learn how to crawl, they're doing a roll. You know what I mean? They're teaching these kids from the time and then not only that, they're like, hey, this is how you're going to bring our family out of poverty. You're not ever going to lose. You're going to do this. And as long as you do this, if you're wrestling bears, what other little kid's wrestling a bear?
Yeah.
None.
But I don't think Dustin.
Not only that, but he was whooping that bear's ass. You know what I mean? And not only that, but the bear came back to whoop his ass. It's technically with a takedown and a sit out and like a double leg. And I'm like, this bear knows how to wrestle better than most Americans I've ever win against, you know? Like,
I think that Tony's the only one that's got the stamina to hang in there through the ground and pound.
I think that why Khabib keeps dodging him is because he knows he's gonna get fucked up. Yeah. Like it doesn't matter, man. You're gonna take elbows, you're gonna take knees, you're gonna get. It's gonna be a bloody fight. It's gonna be one of them grueling. It doesn't matter if you take me now, you're beating on me, bro. Because Tony off of his back will throw those elbows. He'll throw those hammer fists. Hold me here, homie. I'm gonna beat you up off my back.
That's the one I think Khabib.
He don't want to fight him.
I think Khabib. I hope he loses to Tony. I'm sorry to say it like that.
No, yeah, it's okay.
Khabib's he needs to lose at least once just to know how it feels. You know, they say you learn from your mistakes.
I think he lost. You don't understand what they're losing over there, though. You know what I mean? He's lost the respect that he's supposed to have gained as an athlete, where Conor can come in and just do what he does. And
you think Conor?
And then that's disrespectful to guys that have bust their ass for. I'm 23-0, and you're gonna come and have this little Irish motherfucker come here and tell me just because he can talk good that he's worth more money.
I think McGregor's gonna. I think they're gonna fight again.
You think they will?
Yeah, I think there'll be a rematch.
I don't know. McGregor's a smart dude. If there's anything about that dude that's smart.
Khabib,
Khabib's a champion.
Khabib doesn't want to waste his time with it, but I think for sales and I think for the money, I think McGregor's going to at least try to pull it off one more time. I think he's going to have to go through some fights to get back to him.
I think they're trying to set up the Nate trilogy.
The Nate trilogy too. Yeah. I like Nate. I'm sorry.
I love Nate.
He's gangster. He reminds me of whenever we were.
I love those boys since they started, man.
Well, he just poor. Joe here. I don't know if you keep up with any of this stuff, but I watch UFC stuff all the time, especially this lightweight. My goodness,
that's my favorite division.
Yeah, sure. And
I fought at welterweight all those years, but lightweight was always like, damn, dude, those boys are tough. Those are strong, fast dudes, man. You know. And
Nate just he grew up poor. His brother, they're not the smartest cats. They don't really give a shit. They're mean. They're mean boys. I don't know what to say.
They know how to fight.
They do know how to fight.
That's it.
And there's some shit talking.
They're respectable bound dudes, man. Like don't break the bounds of respect, and you won't get slapped for it.
Yeah, like they that's kind of how they see it. They slap shit out. You disrespected me or my buddy. Or
I feel like they're introverts as well, man. They don't really care too much for the cameras. They don't care about the personas or anything like that. They just want to get paid. Well, they like to fight, and they like money, but they don't like the.
They don't.
I can't say that really.
They don't get paid very good, or they didn't for a long time.
That sort of shit. They just want more. Even rich people want more, man. You know what I mean? Like them boys got money. They're fine.
Well, yeah, definitely, especially after the last few fights.
I mean, they can go into any place that they want, and they're known.
Yeah,
they're known. There's just, even the last press conference that Nate partook in, there's just ridiculous.
I think Nate.
He walked out of there, and it was just the place. The roof came off.
You want to know one of my favorite fighters? Chuck Liddell too.
Yeah.
I don't know why. The Iceman.
I think that he is a legendary great. I think that he's loved among the masses.
Do you know who he reminds me of? Remember the buddy I told you got killed? Mm-hmm. He even looked like him.
Really?
Just like it, man. The way he jumped through the air and would hit people and stuff, that was just like Cody. The guy, when I see him, it's like I'm seeing Cody. If you've seen him, I think you remember Cody, don't you? You'd be like, holy shit, there's Cody.
There's the Iceman.
Yeah, the Iceman. And
now that was that era was when I first started fighting, man. So
God,
it was like
tough. Because they had a lot of technical guys. They tried to fight him, and man, if he ever.
That's what I'm saying. Like him and those guys were the legends of the sport. They made it. They created it. You know what I'm saying? In a sense of what it's grown to be.
That's right. Technical with power.
Like wall walking, from shooting double legs to wall walking. That was Chuck Liddell and Tito.
Well, yeah, Tito. Because between me and you, like Kim Shamrock and stuff. I mean, yes, they're the old. They're even before them. And I know they fought during kind of the same time. But that was towards the end of his career. But Chuck Liddell, Tito, who else is it?
Ken Shamrock, Frank Shamrock, all those guys. Dude, you had Mark Kerr, Mark Coleman. You had a bunch of dudes from the beginning. Hoist Gracie.
You know what I mean? Yes.
There was oh, dude, I'm an encyclopedia of fighting. Yeah. I love this shit. I wish I would love to go on Joe's podcast and just kick shit with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're definitely another level. They're the ones that I think they made it big. They made it real big.
That's still growing, man. I just seen legitimately this morning the first Chinese champion, UFC Chinese champion. She is a bad lady. Bad lady.
Shit.
Oh my God, dude. She just whooped Jessica Andrade's ass in under 45 seconds. Nasty. That's it. That's a UFC champion fight. I'm gonna
have to look that up.
Oh God.
Will you look it up? Look it up.
I can't even tell you her last name. First Chinese UFC champion.
First Chinese woman UFC. Okay, I didn't even
watch
know.
This. Watch the highlights, dude. It is violent.
So who do you foresee winning, Khabib or Dustin? And Joe, you need to make sure to put this on what we're talking about. Dustin Poirier.
I'm gonna say
Habib.
DP, man, and because I want him to win. The odds aren't easy for him because he's been beat. You know what I mean? And if it was me in that position, I know I could beat him because he's been beat before. But you can't look at that with a guy like Dustin Poirier. He's got will, he's got drive, and he's got mad determination, man. Like, and he's got the talent to do it. And I just seen him lose to Max, and then I seen him come back and fight Max, and him just destroy Max. So I know he can learn. Learn from his mistakes.
Yeah,
but he's never had to face a guy like with the credentialed wrestling or Sambo credentials as Khabib. But the striking, man. If Michael Johnson whooped Khabib's ass like that, I promise you, DP can do the same. He just got to have good boxing. That is her.
Who is that?
Willie Zhang.
Willie Zhang.
I wish we could find a highlight of it. Is he coming around? Dude, she is a violent little lady.
Well, my deal is I think Khabib's going to win. That's my personal opinion. I'm not no professional on it, but I do watch it all the time. But I think that Dustin, you're right. Khabib has a serious weakness when it comes to somebody that's good at boxing.
And not only that, but I think that DP's got just enough takedown defense.
You think so?
Well, when it comes to, the lower like ankle pick stuff, like he's got to be careful.
Why won't they sign the fight with Tony? Why do they keep avoiding that shit?
Boom, first right hand, rocked her. Look at this. Boom, knee, elbow, knee, elbow. Oh, it's nasty. Knee, right, left. Oh, it's nasty, dude. She's a violent little lady.
Shit. Well, she tough.
Yeah. That's a big deal.
But what I'm getting at is Tony, where the thing where I think he'll shine is I think he's got enough ground game, enough punching game, and then I think his stamina where everybody gasses out with Khabib. I think that
Tony's a flow fighter. He'll go with the flow instead of fight it. So he'll definitely have more of a.
I think it'll go 2 or 3 rounds, and I think he'll just hang in there. And I think whenever Khabib thinks he's down, Tony will whoop his ass.
That's the thing about of all the fights that we've watched, technically and athletically and stylistically, the Poirier Khabib fight is it's one for the ages, man. It's one for the history books because wrestling has dominated this sport since early Hughes days.
But has Dustin got to fight Tony? I haven't looked that up.
No, I don't think so.
I know. I wish we had something more to go off of on something like that. Because Dustin, I to be honest with you, I want to lean his way. I'm just afraid that Khabib with his technical.
Well, you can't. It's hard to lean in the way of against a guy that has never been beat before.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're racing a guy that's fucking,
Yeah,
won fucking 50 fucking races. You know what I'm saying? You're like, all right, you gotta have your goddamn game face on, and other questions and variables come into the equation as far as to what he's running or how you got to beat him and all the pressure.
Yeah, but when I seen Johnson and Khabib, I thought, holy shit.
And that thing about that is Dustin can do that, but he can do that better. Dustin's a southpaw. Michael dropped Khabib, and because he's southpaw, he dropped him on the left.
This was this little colored boy,
Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson. He and Habib's been unstoppable.
Michael Johnson's a stud too.
But yeah,
just because Khabib was talking to Dana White as he was whooping his ass. Like he was legitimately like, "I'm beating you. I want your son next." Talking about Conor McGregor. He's like, you must. He's talking to Michael, talking about you must lose this fight. I will be the champion. You must lose. Just quit. Talking to him in the fight. Just quit. I'm going to win this fight. You're going to lose. Just quit.
Shit.
And then he gets up in the between the rounds. And he looks at Dana. He's like, I'm gonna fuck your son, or I'm gonna beat your son. You bullshit me.
Well, I watched the highlights on that fight, and it was I think second or third round, whatever the last round. And his corner, you could hear his coach. He said, "It's time to finish him now.
Yeah.
Now let's stop playing.
Yeah.
Now whoop his, Yeah. And Khabib went up there and
Finished him.
done his shit.
Yeah.
He's like a machine, like the old Rocky movie with the Russian guy. You know what I mean? But Khabib looks bigger. What's up with that,
They know
man?
how to cut. He knows how to cut weight, man. He's a solid dude. That's a solid dude.
He just looks. He looks physically
Look
bigger
at him. He's
than
got
whoever
muscles
he
on
fights.
every bit of his face and every.
Yeah, and he's got them right
his
here,
ears have
too.
muscles. Everybody else has cauliflower ear. He has cauliflower muscle. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, it's the craziest shit ever.
Hey,
I mean, every
Khabib
fucking
right there,
he's a
the
sphincter,
bottom
man.
right.
He's just nothing but fucking. a
Yeah.
big ball of fucking muscle. Man.
Pull up Habib. Yeah, just pull him up.
He's a beast, dude.
I've been keeping up a little bit with boxing too,
Yeah.
because I was shocked whenever I watched the fight with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder.
Tyson's my dude.
Tyson's my dude
I
too.
love that motherfucker, dude.
He's so awkward when he punches and how he swings people around, and he's just.
I just like how he found himself again, man. It gives hope to me. Like I've more so than any fighter. Like I mean, you say in MMA is like you got a favorite, and it's like my favorite isn't really an fighter. My favorite is Tyson because of why he's fighting now.
Yeah,
like he did that. He's like, dude, I was a champ. I don't give a fuck about fighting all these dudes. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I was a champ. I had the money. I had all this shit. I fell into depression, and he's like, now he's finding a way out of it. He gave every bit of his purse to fucking to homeless people. You know what I mean? His first when he first came and gave that whole fucking purse away, and is fighting for a different reason, to be a better person.
Well,
do you know what I'm saying? Like he's not fighting for a championship. I already done that.
Yeah, but
I'm fighting to be a better person.
But
like,
you have to admit,
I'm doing it for the motherfucker that can't do it for himself, man. We can do this together. Get up.
I love
that shit.
I think he's a better fighter.
Who? Tyson?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Because
it's crazy because I'm not a crazy religious person, but I believe in God.
But you tell me,
I feel like
overweight. I mean, I'm a little bit overweight.
He was overweight when he beat Klitschko.
What I'm saying
got
is,
beat by a fat man.
Yeah, but here's the deal: overweight, drinking all the time. He said, "I'm hitting buffets." He only trained 12 months. Went out there against Deontay Wilder. Looks like a badass, ripped head to toe. And Deontay Wilder couldn't beat him. And now he wants a piece of him again. But now, did you see the last fight?
He won that fight until he got dropped.
Yeah.
He won that fight.
But did you see the last fight, Tyson?
Oh, yeah.
He smoked that. Now that he's getting in shape and starting to get seasoned again, he smoked this, number 2 contender? Yeah. Oh, man. What, 2 rounds, I think? Yeah. 1 round? I don't remember.
It was first round.
First round.
And
he burned
it was
to
second.
the ground.
You're right. It was second. He
first or second. It was quick.
Dude, that's the thing about him. Like, it's the whole reason why he fights now.
Now
that about championships. It's about.
You know what he said? He said, "You're not the best. Right here, this motherfucker right here. I can outbox you."
God gives you when you meet God halfway, man. He's gonna give you good things in the universe. It's just the truth. It's the way it always been. I believe that. And then him waking up one day and being like, "I'm gonna do it for this reason." You know what I mean? I don't care about the money, the fame, the girls, I don't give a fuck about none of that stuff. I'm gonna do it for.
We're gonna leave that all for Brian Foster.
No way. Shoot, no. I don't want that shit either, man.
Well, who's special in your life right now? You still with the same girl?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, last time I talked to you, you said something about
amazing.
You said she was training a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And you thought about...
She's a blue belt. She's a badass.
You thought about letting her, maybe.
Nah, man. She's an introvert, too. She's a real quiet girl. But she does train, man. Do you know what I mean? She uses it to build her confidence, stay in shape, and stuff like that.
Now, how in the hell did you get we chuckled to ourselves. Your whole gym, the boys that you train, beat everybody that come from out of town.
Yeah.
They beat everybody. Did you notice that?
I get ridiculed for that shit. Because I'm the matchmaker too, so I'm the one that matches these guys up. What people don't understand is because people are fucking retarded. They're gonna just look at the match instead of look at the facts on paper.
Well, the facts look like
every
the other people
one
had
of the
more
guys that I
experience.
matched up was over. Like the guys were supposed to beat them. My guys were the underdogs.
Well, yeah, that's the way I've seen
fights.
it. You're okay. That's why is people saying stuff?
Hell yeah, dude. The one that Rodney
I'm
Allison.
sorry. I don't do Facebook too
it's
much.
retarded,
Joe
man.
here is the one that handles a lot of it. My wife.
Right.
So
I'll stay off there, but I get the feedback. I get everybody comes and tells me.
Why the hell would that?
Did you see this? And it's like, yeah, dude. Like I get it.
Well,
I knew it was coming. Like I don't even have to know about it to know about it. You know what I mean?
Well,
I'm the promoter. I'm the matchmaker. Fucking my guys all won. Like they're like, oh, well, you set that up. Cool, man. No, I didn't.
No. I mean, what I'm saying is yeah, you set it up, but I've seen that this guy fought pro and he's so many and 4 or whatever, and he got all this experience. You're bringing in these guys that ain't got hardly no experience.
None.
They ain't got no experience, and they still be trash.
My own son. This is how I like to put it to people because there's no other way to put it. I put my own son in there. He was 0-0, and the kid that he had fought had 3 fights. He was 2-1. My son's 0-0, and my son whooped his ever-loving ass. Yep. I'm not setting my guys up. I'm trying to test my guys to get them to the level so they can expect what's coming to them in that cage in the UFC. I'm not building my guys up to shock the shit out of them or get them surprised by a superior athlete on the opposite side of that cage when it's time. My guys will be tested, be like, I fought the best. I'm ready for the best. And I'm going to stand across you. You better fucking hope to God you are the best, because if you're not, I'm going to exploit you. That's what I'm preparing my guys for. And I'm an asshole coach, bro. That's why, I mean, I'm dead serious. You say that, I'm an asshole coach. I'm not like these other jack wagons around here, man. That's where right. I'm going to coddle to you as an athlete. I'm going to say, oh, well, my paycheck's based off you winning and shit like that. I don't care about your money, bro. I care about the pride of the situation in fighting. I love fighting.
You train your guys.
Yeah.
Well, one of the fighters that you brought was that guy that trains his people out of Florida. Who was that guy? That Mexican?
Oh, that was such horseshit. That dude was so bad. Like he fought Rodney Allison. His name was Sky Miocic.
My God, I seen him
25 minutes
afterwards. Holy shit! It looked like he's beat after.
Right, but he thought he won the fight.
What?
Yeah.
How in the hell did he think that?
Because of position. Like, he had Rodney's back in the first, and he had Rodney's back in the fourth, and he thought he did enough to win. I'm like, are you serious? The whole time that you had his back, dude, you got beat up. You got punched in the face.
Yeah, his face, I couldn't even tell who the hell he was.
Right. And I have no idea. And they're going to come. Everybody comes to the promoter like it's my fault. Like, I'm setting shit up. I have no idea. I don't even talk to the judges. I don't know who the fuck those people are. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know them, but I don't talk to them. I don't associate with them. I don't, especially during fights. I don't even corner my guys.
Yeah.
I don't even corner them. I don't sit in the
You
corner.
want them to give a fair judgment.
I'm a purist, man. I want the toughest guy to win. I want to know who the toughest dude in the area is.
He thought he won?
Yeah. His whole team did. And then he went on Facebook and did this whole little big thing about the Arkansas Commission and how it was the worst fucking place he's ever fought before and everything else.
Well, it's probably because it took him fucking months to recoup.
Nah, this dude's
still in bed.
Nah, we'll never have those guys back, man. We're Southern around here, man. I run it the Southern way. It's hospitality, dog. I mean, you sign the paper. You don't have to come fight, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna harangue you and be like, "Hey, come fight." Come fight if you want. If you want to fight, hit me up. I'll get you on there. You know what I mean? No big deal.
Do they get paid even though they lose?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That dude walked out there that night like $1,400. He got his ass whooped, and it was worth it. I paid him a little more than I should have.
Goddamn, he got his ass whooped. I can't believe he thought he won. I mean, did you see him behind? Yeah, I think you were with me. I was like, God.
And then that Chase, the main event was Chase.
Beat the brakes
Chase
off.
Smith, man. Like, I'd been trying to get that kid to fight for the last three or four shows, and then his opponents keep falling off.
The football player looking one?
Yeah.
God, he's husky.
Yeah.
Son of a gun.
We got some big ones coming up next, man.
Is he a bull?
Yeah. We got some good ones coming up this next one.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. I think we're going to Poto this next show.
Are you?
Yeah.
Poto.
Mm-hmm. 1,500 people.
I wish Southall had a little bit better.
We need a venue. If I have a venue, then I will take over the entertainment factor in Southall.
You know why?
With concerts, with not just fighting. Like,
what do you mean?
If I have an event center, if we have an event center in Southall, I will have concerts. I will sell out talent. Like, I will be the host of every event we have here. I will legitimately bring car shows. I will bring fucking everything. You will help me. You know what I mean? We'll do this. But Sequoia County doesn't get together. We won't fucking be able to. We're losing money, losing revenue, losing jobs, all because we don't have a fucking event center.
Well, I wish we had one.
Oh man, you're kidding me. It's insane, bro.
I talked to a guy the other day. I said, man, if I own like 40 acres right against I-40.
All we need, legitimately.
I said, I'd build a big-ass building. I said, we could have all kinds of events. I
said 10,000 square. Give me 10 square.
Is that right?
Give me 10 square. I'm throwing concerts. We have a badass bar. We have a dance club on the weekends.
What's stopping it?
I don't know. I'm busy as fuck.
No, I didn't mean you.
Oh.
I meant the city, man. I didn't mean you. Goddamn, he thinks he's going to have to do it all.
I already know, man. Like, it's not going to be done if I don't. I mean, it's up to us, the leaders of the community, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to do it. I honestly believe that, like, a racetrack, a fucking racetrack. Blue Ribbon Downs, man. Like, a fucking supercar racetrack. Let's go.
I've heard the nation now have announced that they're considered now turning that into a NASCAR track.
And you know what that would do as far as revenue for this town?
Yeah, but
my God.
But hell, I was telling the city officials that 8 years ago.
Yeah, I remember you telling me. That was part of our conversations about this shit.
I've tried to buy the place, all kinds of shit. But man, we need to talk more about this convention center or whatever event. Because we got one, but I haven't been out there. I just seen the outside.
The Sequoia Little Farms?
What is that?
The Sequoia Little Farms, little fairground out there?
Yeah.
So that's a split thing. Like, so it's like half cattle. Like, so it's half dirt and half concrete.
No.
Like, it's not even open. You know what I mean? And you can't have alcohol out there. You can't have Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, what is stopping it? Like, if I built something, or if we built something or something like that, because I would really be. I talked 2 days ago about it. Because I think it'd rent out too, not even just for that, for weddings, to
Concerts,
you name
everything. Dude, I'm dead serious. Like, I know exactly how to do this. I know exactly the demographic we're looking for. I mean, that's all I've been studying the last 5 years.
But is there something with the city or the county, like,
We
to
just
put on
need- we
fights
need
right here?
No, it's a state thing. There's not a damn thing the city can do about it.
Hmm.
We're bringing money to them.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Man, you got me thinking now.
Well,
Because I think it's needed.
So,
There's so much shit here in Southall.
so the dude, so the last person I talked to about it was I can't remember the fucker's name. He owns that the old Walmart down there by Hardee's and you know what I'm talking about, the old Walmart where it used to be the gun store.
Well, yeah, but that guy is
Cox's.
in Norman.
Right. You know what I'm talking about though. So I went in there to look at that old Walmart to see if he would. Like,
You don't want to
open
mess
up.
that guy.
Fuck no.
No,
Fuck that.
hey, he owes me a bunch of money.
I thought I was obviously going to be able to make him $50,000 a show. I'm like, dude, this is MMA, bro. This has got to start small. You know what I mean? Like, per show, you're going to make like fucking $2,500, $3,000.
Do you think it would be worth putting right on the edge of town? Just right
Absolutely.
outside the edge of the
Mall-
city limits?
Gaines, even.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm fucking talking Gaines. Put a fucking convention center in Gaines, Oklahoma.
Oh, shit.
On
You
my
think
life.
And
And everybody in this whole fucking area is going to go there. When I throw a show, everybody's going to go there. Why? They don't want to go to Arkansas, bro. They don't want to get in fucking trouble. Nobody in this whole area
So
likes
is
to go across
Oklahoma-
rolling.
is-
Nobody. I don't like going across rolling. I work in Fort Smith, bro. I hate going across that town every day.
I mean,
They pull me over for the stupidest shit ever. They read my tag and they're like, hey, what's Brian Foster up to today? And they'll pull me the fuck over. Dude, I've got shit to do today. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, even when I was a kid, they'd do it and fuck with me. That town is just horrible, bro.
Well,
For
and
a border town, like, I've lived here my entire life. I get it. And I'm probably a little biased by it, but it's shit. I hate it. And I can't get anyone to come to my gym from Oklahoma because of them.
Well, I have a lot of trouble here in town buying anything. Nobody will sell me hardly nothing. I don't know what the hell. I'm an outsider.
Well, if they give it to you, they know you're going to make something with it, and it's going to make them look bad because they had it in the first place.
That's what my father-in-law said. He said they're afraid you're going to make some money with it because you normally try.
Right. Well, but what else am I going to do? I'm making power moves, man. That's the thing about the convention center, because it's not just fighting. It's concerts that we're being deprived of, man. We got to go way the fuck over there. Like, people can come here.
Mm-hmm.
People can come here, man. Like, the old middle school gymnasium, perfect for a fight, man. Like, I
wonder what the hell they're doing with stuff like that. I noticed around here, if you can't buy it, then they just let it it's like falling apart.
It's a museum. It's a museum now. Oh, we can't touch it. We don't want you to touch it either. So it's ancient artifacts. You can't touch it.
That's where it's up there. They're afraid I'm going to make money with it, and they couldn't. You know what I mean? That's what he said.
It's really needed, man. It's really needed. I've been trying for the last little bit. So now we're looking at the Choctaw Casino, which is super small. I mean, I might get 500 people in there. You know,
inside the
casino,
hang
the
on, Picola.
Picola Choctaw Casino.
Where in the hell are you gonna put that thing in? I didn't know there was room for that.
Yeah, I mean there is. It'd just be a small show. The tickets would be about $40 a ticket. You know what I mean? It's a smaller type venue. You know, 18 and older.
Do you own all that stuff?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's a lot of equipment, man.
Yeah.
You got a hell of a setup.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks. I mean, you rock it out. That's why we go.
Well, I don't like
time.
having to outsource that shit, man. That's the thing. That's where everybody's failed. Is they subcontract all that stuff, and people want a bunch of money for their individual.
Well,
you could do something. You're not going to do it cheap. If you're good at it, you're not going to do it cheap anyway.
How much does it cost to do the one in Fort Smith? Like to rent the place?
To rent it, it's $3,000, but they like provide like a lot of shit.
Do they?
Yeah. They like do the chairs and they do the bleachers and they do the stage and
Damn.
There's things that they provide. Do you know what I mean? Oh, we would have to do all that shit if we did a convention.
Well, that's worth $3,000, I think.
And
then they got your little things opened up and
the bars.
Yeah. You got the little bar. And
I wish I fucking owned those.
yeah,
See, that's the thing. If you own the convention center, you're gonna make like you'll make all the alcohol. So it's you. You're 100% the benefactor, man. You gotta have your liquor license, everything else, and all your bartenders have to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The guidelines of everything. But the convention center probably makes every show that we do probably 11,000 or more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not bad, but you do multiply that by 6 to 10 a year, and that's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, not bad at all.
The pay for itself, and then all of that. That's excluding concerts or anything else.
And I mean, you got a hell of personnel.
Right.
Holy shit! You paying all them too, ain't you?
No.
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 So a lot of those. Is,
So that's the way my promotions work because I'm a only dude. I took no investors. It's only me.
yeah.
So I own the gym, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I let everybody that's a member of the gym run the fights for the fighters. So the people that we train at the gym, we're all a family, man. It's family combat.
Yeah.
We put the fights on for the fighters that we train so that they can stay busy. And
Gotcha.
everybody, it's a working and reward situation, man. There's no money to be made there.
Yeah.
That's why every show is about, why haven't we had a badass MMA show stick around or MMA show stick around? It's like, because everyone takes the money.
Yeah.
There's no money to be taken.
Well, you
so
were
anytime
telling
that
me,
you take the money, it's fucking over.
You were telling me the other day, you were like, man, I just break even.
I don't even do that. I'm like I said, I'm a, you know.
Well,
I
you're
I
doing
lose a
it.
little
You're
bit
doing
every
it for the
time,
fighters
but I love it.
and the
I love
public.
it. Yeah.
So
I think that everybody still they think that it's for money though. I think that everybody's like, oh, well, he wouldn't do this if he didn't. You know, and it's like it has nothing to do with that. Like you can't have a little bit of value to yourself or you know, care about something. It's like stupid. I love these guys, man. These are my brothers. These are my teammates, man. And I see how hard they work, and I see the time they put in, and then I watch them go to fight the hometown kid at other states and get fucked by the judges or shit like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, man. They get screwed over, and I watch them work their asses off. And I teach my guys to be finishers, but it's just happened a few times, and that was just really the final straw, man. It's like, damn, I'm going to create a show where it doesn't matter if those fuckers came here, they're going to get a fair shake.
So is it awkward when you go to these other, like you just got through with this last show? When you go to somebody else's show, do you kind of critique what they're doing, or you just watch?
No, I just let them have it, really, because it doesn't matter about the show to me. I mean, if I focus on anything, it's how are they taking care of the fighters? How are they handling these guys? Because if without these guys, we're not here. Like this wouldn't be happening.
And when's your next one coming up? Your next fight?
2 weeks, September 13th in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That's
the
what you
River
told me.
Spirit Casino.
It's one you were telling me about.
Yeah, Zachariah Kelly. I just fought that.
Yeah, I need to put that down.
3-man or that 8-man tournament, won 3 times.
Man, if you don't mind, we'd like to maybe come up here.
Yeah, that'd be
if you
fun
don't mind, because I know we're not going to be racing. So
you put Amco all over my ass.
I'd rather do Palmer Power, to be honest with
There you go. I thought you just opened up Amco in Tulsa.
We did, but man, Amco, it's more corporate and stuff like that.
Oh,
it doesn't anymore. It doesn't have to advertise. Yeah. Everybody knows the damn name.
Everyone
especially
needs
around
electricity.
Here. Everybody needs it.
You need electricity, call Amco.
Palmer Power thing, it's more of a private deal. Plus, I just got that old car that I got out here. I'll show you here in a little bit. That was actually a car that I did a lot of winning in, that I built years ago, and I got it back, and I've got some intentions for it. So, some real
so you know that's the thing about fighting over there is they're on UFC Fight Pass, so that's your streaming to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a big one. I think that more of those.
Now you're not having to fight 3 or 4 guys at once.
I only fight once this time. So
okay.
I'll have the banner. I'll have the banner, and I'll have the. You know what I'm saying? I'll have the shorts and all the shit. So this last time I was like, I couldn't get sponsored or anything for the event.
So I can't sponsor you?
You can now.
Okay.
I couldn't. That's why I didn't come to you last time. I was like, because I couldn't. Because remember I told you I was going to come hit you up by
Amco, yeah.
But then I couldn't. They told me, it was like, hey, dude, like, your tournament, like, unless you're the champion, you don't get it. I'm like, whatever. Fuck, I don't even care.
But this one we can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I was like, it helps me out, motherfuckers. I don't have to talk to people. You know what I mean? I get to focus. That's your problem. I don't like it when champions get shit that the other fighters don't. I mean, I understand it in a sense, like you're the champ, you're going to get whatever, but that's a bad deal for business.
And what's your inevitable goal? You said you're not retiring or anything. You're going to keep rolling.
Yeah, man, I love it.
Are you going to try to keep working your way back up or working through the ranks?
I think that with me not drinking alcohol, man, and really getting my focus, my personal life, where I'm at.
That's what we're asking.
In life is I'm finally happy. Like I've my entire time I've done this, I've traveled. I've been away from my kids. I've been away from my girl. I've been away from my family. And I finally found my niche of happiness, man, where it's like I have a nice gym of great people, and they're, you know, some solid training partners, and I can train consistently at home and be around my family, be around my friends, be around my work. And I can drive off to these other gyms where these good guys are, and I can train on the weekends, you know, but I'm still coming home. And there's just really no big problems arose because like
Gotcha.
I'm at home. You know what I'm saying? It's when I go to camp and I come home, it's like everything's piled up and they're just big problems. And then me being at home for so long now is just lined out the little problems. And then the little things of like, now I'm comfortable at home, and everybody's like, oh, well, comfort's the enemy. No, I get that. When you get comfortable, you get fat, you get lazy, you know, you get comfortable in life with your wife, you get a little pounds and shit like that. I'm not that guy. I've never been that guy. I'm going to get better every day. Like, I aim to wake up and please my lady. I aim to wake up and see my kids smile. I mean, I'm an asshole dad too. I'm I'm military style kind of dad, but
I got you.
But it's for the greater good of them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everything in their life's going to be easy, so I'm as hard as it's going to get for them. But I'm just happy being dad. I'm happy being a good man. I'm happy just being a good coach, and now it's actually pouring back into me being a really good fighter again. Does that make sense? Like,
good
it's reciprocated.
Good coach, good dad.
Is that not? Am I right? It's just reciprocated.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
I like it.
And I went in like this last fight and was like, dude, I don't even give a fuck if I lose because I know everybody loves me, and it's like, we're gonna have a good time regardless. I set the cage up. That's my cage. I set that cage up. I fucked everybody up. I took it down and went home with a bit.
So are you taking anybody? You'll take anybody on right now, right? Any new guys? Like if somebody wants to look up your gym or something, anybody?
Are you talking about like students? Oh,
yeah.
Dude, like we're always open, dude. I don't even really contribute to fighters.
Well, tell everybody.
I don't want to bring fighters. If you're looking to fight, go to another gym. You know what I mean? I'm lying. Come to me, man. But I want people. What I want people that are dedicated, man. I want people that are really set to change their lives. I want to help you change your life. I don't want you to just come in and waste time to say you're a fighter.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't. If you're gonna come in and you take the gym selfies with your shirt off and shit like that, go to another fucking.
Well, no.
gym.
Tell everybody where you're located. You're there in
Fort Smith, Arkansas, man. 1105 Wheeler Avenue.
And they just come in, walk in.
Yeah.
You open 5 days a week, 7.
We're open 6.
6 days a
We're
week.
closed on Sundays.
Closed on Sundays.
Yep. 1105 Wheeler Avenue, Fort Smith, Arkansas, 72901.
And it's just based on like fees and stuff like that. We got contracts. You know what I'm saying? The longer you sign up for, the cheaper it is. You know, you can cash memberships. You can pay cash membership, get a hell of a deal, stuff like that. You know, it's really just about being part of a family, fitness family, man. You know, some people need to have that extra sense of motivation. Somebody that wakes up and is like, hey, man, you got this. Today's your day. You know, stay on track. I'm surprised at how professional the show was and everything like that. That's why I didn't mind bringing the kids.
Yeah. No,
my kids love
ours. Legitimately, I feel like was one of the first MMA shows around here that's kid friendly.
Well,
I think so my kids are. I'm gonna tell you right now because my kids are there, bro. And if I see somebody acting stupid, I'm gonna take care of it, trust me.
Yeah, there was nobody acting stupid. There was nobody drunk, being crazy, or mouthing or anything like that. And
kids dancing and having a good time. You know what I'm saying? I've got the announcer that kind of gets the kids involved. You know, that's what I want it to be, man. And I really like that's kind of one of my goals to kind of turn it out a little more. You know, for the kids. You know what I mean?
And family oriented.
Yeah, we're trying to do more lights. I think that everybody's digging the lights, and then we're fixing to do like an expo type thing where they can buy. We're bringing a lot more vendors. Do you know what I mean? So when we open back up, because I'm going back to the big one, because I'm fighting at home. And when we do that right there, we're going to bring in just a bunch of vendors. And what my overall
when you say vendors, like race car vendors, is race car parts. What do you mean when you say vendors? Like
whatever. I mean, vendors equipment. I mean, if you want to, you fucking bring in you bring in the motor. You know what I mean? You bring in exhausts or whatever you're trying to sell, or you know what I'm saying. People want to buy it. Doesn't matter where they're at.
Everybody needs to stay tuned in, subscribe, all that stuff. Check out Palmer Power. Check Brian's channel out.
Max Fighting Championships.
Yep, he's gonna. he announces stuff on there for us and stuff. I thought now one last thing before we go. We were looking for it on the mat. I thought you had a new mat made up.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we were going to be on there.
You are.
Are we? No.
You weren't on the mats the last fight?
I didn't think so. I think me and Joe were up there trying to take pictures. You have to go in there and drop kick somebody.
No, hold up. I could have swore you were on there, man.
I was like, oh, I thought he said. Joe was kind of looking for it too. And I said, well, I don't know. Maybe it's the next one.
No, it was this one.
Was it?
It should have been.
It's all good. It's all good.
Hell no, man.
Well, I mean,
that's a big deal.
Yeah, you could talk to.
Was it anywhere in the cage?
I didn't see it nowhere. Nobody put anything up.
Palmer Power wasn't on that cage.
Nowhere. Oh, you can talk to them.
Oh, I'm going to talk to everybody. Give me 1 second because I got this. I'm right here.
He's working on it. But no, any. Yeah, I see it on there. Did you? I didn't see it on the
No shit.
when I went up in there. Yeah, they may have forgot it.
No way.
I don't know. You may take another look at it. It's all. I mean, yeah, that was not on there. I don't know what was up.
What would have the other one been?
I don't know. Like I said, we looked for it. We couldn't find it. I don't know. Brian, buddy, thank you for coming out, man.
Anytime.
Appreciate it. And we'll try to have your boy out too, and maybe a few other guys. Now that Joe's got we're actually going to set up 2 more right here with the new microphones, and we're going to that way we can get 4 or 5 of us in there and love chat. So
hell yeah.
But we'll give.
I like the group chats.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Brian, thank you, bud.
Not a problem, man. Always a pleasure. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, see you guys.